Welcome to the Manifesting Formula. I'm Christine Rizzo. In this week's episode, I'm going to talk about why it's so important to forgive so we don't stay stuck in our past, and so we can stop feeling hurt and angry where our vibrations stay low, which then we won't be able to attract what we want into our lives. So keep listening, my friends, to find out exactly how to let go and forgive. Hello, my beautiful friends. How are you all today? Did you do anything fun over the weekend? I did. I rescued a homeless kitten that my husband noticed in our back garden. I'm saying back garden because I know the Brits say that, and to be honest, it sounds so much better than backyard, right? Anyway, we had a kitten roaming in the back of our house, and I just knew that if I didn't see an adult cat with her, that I was going to try and rescue her. She was only there for 2 days before I started to befriend her. I knew that for me to get her to eventually come up to me and not run from me, I would have to start acting like a cat. So I would cry out for her by meowing, and then she would meow back. I even laid down on our stepping stones so she could run around me and get to trust that I wasn't going to do anything to her. I knew I needed to get her to trust me so I could eventually love on her. On the third day, we had a really bad thunderstorm and it was pouring out. She would hide under our deck and I would guess sleep there as well, knowing that she was protected. After the storm, I laid down on the deck and grabbed some cat food in my hand while the mosquitoes were like all over me. I put my hand under the deck and she started eating from my hand. I couldn't believe it. She was licking my fingers and she was even letting me pet her face and rub her ears. She was crying out for me and I'd meow back. I knew she was scared from the storm and I knew this was my chance to grab her and scoop her up into my arms and bring her into the house. And that, my friends, is exactly what I did. I held her all night long. I just wanted her to know that she was safe now. She doesn't have to hide from predators. She's so very loved. Now, here is the amazing part of this story. My youngest daughter, for a few months now, has been asking me if she could have a cat. And every time I said, no way. We already have 2 dogs. And after they pass, I really don't want any more animals because Frank and I want to travel. Every few weeks, she would ask, and I would tell her the same answer. I told her I'd get her a fish, which I did, but it died. Can I tell you, my daughter manifested this kitten. She was wanting a cat for a long time. She kept talking about a cat being here, seeing it in our home. The universe knew that I wasn't going to adopt a cat from a shelter or a pet store or even a breeder. So the universe moved circumstances around and said, Christine would never say no to a homeless kitten. Hell no. She's an animal lover. And knowing this is a helpless little kitten, her mama bear instincts will come out. She will fall in love, and then Katie will have her cat. Win-win right there. And that, my friends, is exactly what happened. When Katie was manifesting a cat, the cat wasn't brought to her the traditional way of adopting one, but it was brought to her nonetheless. And that truly is the power of how our thoughts work. It's about surrendering yourself from the outcome and just letting what you are wanting come to you however the universe decides for it to appear. Since I'm feeling extremely grateful right now, I wanted to ask you all what you are thankful for today. Feel the love and the truth behind your feelings of gratitude. I am thankful for the universe bringing Sage into the family and for my 2 other fur babies, which happen to be dogs, and they are much older than Sage, who is only 4 months old. I am just so grateful that they both have warmed up to Sage and have accepted her into the family as well. Okay, it's time to give a big shout out to those listening in the country of Argentina and to those listening in the state of Washington. Hello, my beautiful friends. Thank you all so much for spreading the word of this podcast and for listening each week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So last week, I talked about what stepping into your power means and how owning your power truly comes from taking responsibility of your thoughts, feelings, and your actions. This week, we are diving into why it's so important to forgive so you can let go and so you can move forward with attracting the things that you want into your life. But before we go there, I want you to get your journals out and write this quote down. Are you ready? Here we go. This is a quote from Lewis B. Smedes, so make sure you write his name down to give him credit. I happen to really love this quote because it is so very true. Okay, here it is. To forgive is to set a prisoner free and to discover that the prisoner was you. Yes, my friends, forgiving will set you free. When you let go and forgive yourself, those that have hurt you in your past, and forgiving everything that has happened to you since you were a child, you will be able to move forward and you will be able to feel a sense of peace. I know this sounds pretty crazy having to forgive those that have hurt you in so many ways, but I am here to tell you that if you continue to hold grudges from your past, you will continue to prevent yourself from being able to create the life you want. Forgiveness is like water. We need it to survive. You need to let go of the pain that has been hurting you for so long. Let go of what the person may think of you, feel about you, or what they have done to you. Holding on to anger will only continue to give you negative thoughts. And when we think negatively, we will only attract more negative circumstances, people, and events back to us that are on the same frequency level that our anger is on. Anger and hate are the sixth and seventh lowest on the frequency of negative feelings, with boredom being the first negative feeling and fear being the last at number 11. So, my friends, let's start learning to let those negative feelings go and start learning to forgive and to love. I mean, who really cares what the other person thinks? Seriously, does it really matter? No, it doesn't. What matters is taking care of yourself. When you learn to love yourself enough to let go of the shitty situation that you've been holding on to, you can finally move forward and start feeling more peace in your life. And that, my friends, is when you will finally be set free. Forgiving isn't about being nice to the other person, it's about being nice to you. It's about putting your need to feel good in front of your need to be right. It's about taking responsibility for your own happiness instead of depending on others to create that for you. It's about owning your feelings and taking back your power by letting go of your hurt, resentment, and anger. Listen to episode 20, Stepping into Your Power, if you haven't already. It's time to say goodbye to your inner mean girl, to your ego, so you can start to let the love for yourself lead the way. Here, my friends, is what happens when you don't learn to forgive. We stay stuck in our past and we are not able to move forward. We relive all of our bad moments by holding on and choosing to not let go. I mean, some of us won't even stop until we get back at the other person, trying to hurt them as badly as they have hurt us. We will do whatever it takes just so they know how hurt we really are and what they did to us. But the truth right there is no one can hurt you but you. You are the only one that can do that from the meaning you are putting behind their action. We hold on to resentment, which keeps us angry, spins us out of control with our thinking, causes depression, and creates illness in our lives. And we do this for what reason? Just so we can get them back? Yeah, that feels really good, doesn't it? It feels even better when we wind up in the doctor's office with a terminal disease because we didn't want to let go of the anger we had for those few people that we felt screwed us over years ago. Choosing not to forgive ends up feeling terrible, as I know many of you know this. And I definitely know how it feels because I've been there many times, holding on to the anger, thinking that I'm hurting the other person. Meanwhile, I'm really only hurting myself. I'm the only one feeling the emotions. I'm the only one constantly feeling the anger anytime someone mentions their name. They can't feel what I'm feeling. They aren't in my head able to hear my thoughts about them. I mean, why do we even let ourselves think about these people? Seriously, ask yourself that question again. We wind up continuing to have a relationship with the people we can't even stand, all because we don't want to let go. If you think about it, it's fucking insane. My friends, we are self-inflicting ourselves by holding onto our anger. Let me repeat that again. We are self-inflicting ourselves by holding onto our anger. When we hold onto resentment, it's like we're pouring salt onto our wound. We are the only one feeling the discomfort. But when we choose to forgive, we are choosing to love ourselves and we can see more clearly. We can breathe easier. We can move on from our past and start creating what we want in our lives. When we forgive, we have learned to love who we are enough to let go so we can be happy. When we forgive, we finally feel what freedom feels like. And oh, it feels so damn good. Once you've decided to forgive the person, learn to let it go. Don't hold on to it anymore. Don't think about it. Don't dwell on it. Not one tiny bit. And don't ever question if you did the right thing or not. Because yes, what you did was right by doing what was right for you, by loving yourself enough to give yourself that gift. Remember, forgiving isn't for the other person, it's for you. By forgiving someone, you're not condoning what they did. You are letting go for yourself. Wipe the slate clean and don't automatically assume that the person is going to hurt you again. When you think like that, you will get hurt again because whatever you put thought to, we create. Remember the first universal law, the law of attraction. Like attracts like, which is the exact reason why we keep attracting the same circumstances into our lives. So let me give you an example. Say you happen to think that men are all liars and cheaters, all because your past boyfriend really hurt you by screwing you over. He cheated on you multiple times with other women, maybe even a few men, and you wound up with herpes. After 10 years, you still haven't forgiven him, as you are reminded how much of a loser he is every time you have a flare up. Bastard. With that being said, you can't seem to figure out why you have a hard time meeting a nice guy, one that you can trust, never putting into consideration how you truly feel about them, that all men are losers and that they can't be trusted. What keeps happening is that whenever you meet a guy that you're interested in, you automatically start to act a certain way and sabotage the relationship. You immediately don't trust anyone because of your past experience with that loser ex boyfriend. You start acting graspy and desperate in your new relationships, obsessively calling and texting. You start arguments, wanting to check their phone to see if they are talking to other women. You wind up attracting the same type of men that do cheat on you because they would rather be with someone else than be with someone that is crazy. You are doing this all to yourself by bringing your past issues into your present relationships. And you will show up this way every single time until you learn to let go and forgive. This belief of yours that was created from your past is still affecting you today, and you are proving your beliefs to be true. What you choose to think becomes your truth. It becomes your story. You, my friends, are the creator of your story. What you say and believe will always be your truth. There is no getting around this until you change your story. Forgiveness stems from love, from learning to love yourself. Through an expression of love and not an expression of fear, we're able to create more peace within ourselves. Our persona, our ego, holds on to the fear of possibly getting hurt again, which holds you back from wanting to forgive. Remember, your ego is super sneaky in many ways and will stop you from creating the peace that you can have within yourself. She knows without fear in your life, she won't exist anymore. And she ain't going to let that happen so easily. She will pitch every excuse as to why you shouldn't forgive this person. She's no fool. She will throw a temper tantrum, kicking, screaming, and yelling to get your attention so she can stop you in your tracks. She knows exactly how to get her way to keep you under her control by controlling your thoughts and by choosing fear over love. But when we choose to forgive, we are releasing the person that we have been holding hostage within us. Each time you forgive someone, you choose love over fear. You are letting go of your old ways and you're making shifts toward a happier life. You are letting go and you're learning to allow. You are letting go of expectations of how you think everyone should be. When we hold on to anger, we are kept prisoners to our pain, and we are keeping our feelings from our past alive. Let go of what is in your control, your thoughts, and start to enjoy your life. Let me tell you a great way to letting go of what you feel hurt over. It's called a forgiveness list, where you will write down 10 to 15 situations from your past that you remember having a negative experience from. This is a great way to start letting go. Keep the list going until you can't think of anything else. Let me give you a few examples to get you started. Number 1, when my mother and sister laughed at me when I told them I wanted to be a dolphin trainer when I was younger. Number 2, when my father would drive me and my siblings in the car when he was drinking throughout the day. Number 3, I blame my parents for not being there for me when I was younger by not listening to what I needed to tell them. Number 4, when my friend wasn't there for me when I needed a place to stay. Number 5, when the kids drive me crazy and I yell at them more than I should. Number 6, I'm angry at myself for never telling anyone no. I always say yes, even when I don't want to do things they want me to do. Then I feel resentful. Number 7, when I knew one of my close friends went behind my back telling my husband things that weren't true because she liked him more than a friend. Number 8, I am angry with myself for eating too much when I know that I shouldn't have and not sticking to my diet. Okay, once you've written your list out, I want you to go over each situation and really feel the feelings. How do they feel? Do some of them still feel hurtful or negative? If your answer is yes, then this is a great way to understand and discover what you are needing to release. You need to clear the negative energy surrounding you by releasing and letting go so you can stop attracting similar experiences. Love yourself so you can learn to let go, be happy, and be more at peace. Remember, you are in control of how you want to feel. Continue practicing to forgive every day. Trust me, my friends, forgiving will completely reform your life in a way that you have never seen before. And remember, you are letting go for you. Love yourself enough to do this for you. Thank you for listening to the Manifesting Formula. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast if you haven't already, so you will then get automatic downloads. Thank you for spreading the word and for sharing this podcast. Have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, sending you all so much love and abundance. And if no one has told you today, I love you. See you next week. Bye. My friends, if you are interested in coaching with me one-on-one, where we will meet weekly for private sessions, I would love to work with you so you can start manifesting everything that you have ever wanted. In my 6-month coaching program, where we will work closely together, clearing the blocks that are holding you back from manifesting everything that you have ever wanted, I will teach you lifetime tools that you'll be able to use every day in your life. We will meet weekly for 60 minutes through Google Meets, where we will go deeper into manifesting. You will also get access to me in between our sessions through either email, text, Marco Polo, or WhatsApp for when you have questions or if you're going through something that you have trouble figuring out. I will be right there with you. I will also record a weekly video for you on the topic that was spoken about during our session, so you can go back anytime to remind yourself what we went over. You will get super fun assignments that will help to keep you accountable for reaching your goals. You will also get a copy of my book, Unleash Your Inner Goddess, Start Living the Life You Deserve, as well as weekly affirmations sent to you that pertain to your sessions. My friends, this is what it's all about, learning to become a master at manifesting. So if you're interested in going deeper into manifesting and working with me one-on-one, sign up for a 30-minute consult in the show notes. Or you can go to my website at www.christinerizzo.com and sign up for your 30-minute consult. Just click the link in the show notes. It's as simple as that. I look forward to meeting you and helping you create the life you deserve.